Hey there, people. What's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. 4:30 here. A very peaceful and quiet Friday weekend. I finally slept at night, which I was not doing for a long time. I was not well, so my sleeping disorder really, the medication, everything really bugged me. So now I would say I'm feeling much better thanks to you. My voice is recovering, as you can tell. But since I woke up, I have a ghostly voice. So and my hair is all mess. So I'm doing some reviews. Second episode I'm doing Guerlain Vetiver Extreme. But here's a twist. This is 2007 batch, or this is actually like, how do I say it? Like when I say batch, the batch code reads I think 2014, but this is that mid sort of vintage batch. Okay, the newer versions look like this. Guerlain Vetiver Extreme. I have that bottle. I'm very proud to have this. I bought it from one of my best friends. This one I really like because I'm in love with vetiver. So this is more in depth, more richer, or more greener, more sophisticated version of vetiver. Okay, so I bought finally the older version, which is this sticker. If you see side by side, you'll definitely notice the difference. There's difference in sticker. Okay, and juice color, I don't think they're much different. Like if I put it against my shirt, it's too far. They are kind of similar, but if I had a full bottle, perhaps this one would look same as this, but juice color doesn't matter. There are differences in the smell, but by right, the new version is fantastic. Let me just tell you, I have reviewed this. Check out my review, the Extreme. I did not like it at first because I felt this was not really my forte. Like vetiver wise, when initial years, you'll never be able to say with so much pride, I love vetiver, it's so good. Like it's a note I'm absolutely in love with. You cannot say that. I never could say it, but to each his own. If you fell in love with vetiver from right word go, you might fall in love with this. But this is more a sophisticated version of the vetiver EDT, which is more sparkling, more prominent, more projecting. This is good for summer and all year. The vetiver Extreme, I think something for mild cold weathers. This is excellent. Okay, so let's see how this one is. This is a tester unit. I'm so lucky to have this one, thanks to Ifran Bhai. Basically, I bought the EDT version. I'm actually going through some crisis, because when we are collecting fragrance, we're always in crisis. Anyway, so I bought this and I was like so happy with it. Then I saw he has both these and he also has the Abbey Rouge. I don't want to buy the Abbey Rouge because I have almost full bottle of Abbey Rouge, which I use, but these two I love. So I bought both side by side. This is a tester, but more pricey. And let me tell you, absolutely happy about it. Okay, I have this dry down in my hand, and this one, let me tell you the Vetiver Extreme, how is it different from Vetiver. Vetiver Extreme, they minus that animalic note, toned down the spices and amped up, sort of like you can say the vetiver itself, the greenery of it, greenery aspect. They have the citruses, licorice, they added some incense. The previous one I think also had leather or something. This one doesn't have leather. This is tonka bean, a little bit more sweet, and licorice. It's kind of like you can tell it's a little bit on the darker side, darker vetiver. How's this vintage bag? This is 2007 version. Don't have a cap because it's a tester. Let me respray a little bit for the opening top note. When I spray it, it's you can definitely right away smell the greenery. It doesn't smell like an aquatic. You definitely smell the green, but also some citrus. There's definitely beautiful lemon. But the tarragon, some of the spices, like it's a little bit different. It's very quickly it goes to the green side. It's gonna tell you I'm the soapy vetiver kind, and I am one of the best in this type. This one, if you dressed it up, you can easily, if you don't tell people, you can get away with saying you are wearing Rose of vetiver. Okay, I think that kind of quality in this. Some of the niche houses, this is a niche house for me, Guerlain. They have a lot of heritage in the perfumery. So this is basically a niche level fragrance. This is next level. This is more a niche version of EDT. What do I mean by niche version? It's just a word or term, but it smells more sophisticated, more richer, and more deeper vetiver. Okay, this is all about vetiver, some soapiness, some cleanliness. At the same time, this is sophisticated. It's not for everybody. I would not say this is a fragrance I would say must buy. Okay, if you fall in love with the EDT and you used it for the years, you can get this for the winter time. You'll absolutely love it. You'll absolutely like it. There is something, I think, properties. It reminds me of Chanel quality. Some of the Chanel perfumes, I smell this quality. So the Vetiver Extreme, the older batch, even though this EDT, it has great performance. But compared to the EDT, the extreme basically projection is a little bit less, in my humble opinion. It doesn't project or throw out so much, like not as bright. It's a little bit dark. So overall, Vetiver Extreme, the older version, comparing to my newer version, I found there's a difference, which is the dry down. Opening is almost same, but perhaps the newer version, the citruses are a little bit better, a little bit more sparklier, just like the EDT. But I would say dry down goes similar way. But on the dry down, it feels like the newer version feels like a little bit less complex than the older version. How is it less complex? Well, that's what I feel. It could be exactly the same, but to my nose, this one I will preserve for special rainy days, for colder months, or let's say special occasions, okay? But I would use the extreme new version because it's available. I would use it casually. But this one, if you go to a wedding, okay, you're wearing this and you have a nice suit on. If you have a nice, like even Bengali suit, like Punjabi or something, if you wear this, everybody's wearing Dior Sauvage, think of Chanel Allure Sport Eau Extreme. But people who smell you will be like, this guy has class. Just that's that immediate thought they perhaps will have towards you, and they'll give you respect. But it smells a little bit mature. Even if you are 35, they'll think you're 40. So there's a downside, okay? You may not get compliments with it. People may not compliment on this kind of fragrances. Like, this is not that sexy clubbing, this is the opposite of that. This is more like a person personality, persona. This fragrance defines him. It goes with this character, less spoken, unlike me. But if you're working, if you're already in the service, you're no longer studying, I imagine guys like it, father figure, this is a beautiful fragrance for that. If you give it to your father, he'll really, really enjoy this. So very old style, laid back sort of vetiver vibe. Really love this. It's think of Dior Eau Sauvage versus Eau Sauvage Extreme. This is Eau Sauvage Extreme in the Guerlain world. So give it a try. So difference between the two things. The opening, this is a bit more brighter. This is a bit more classic vibe. On the dry down, it smells like you can smell more of the notes enlisted on Fragrantica compared to this. But this is really good. If you can find it, it's fine. Okay, you can find the latest versions. This is as good, really long lasting and really beautiful. So overall, I give the Vetiver EDT 10 out of 10 because this is more versatile. I'll give this 9 out of 10. Okay, they are really lovely, but this is less versatile. You can wear this all year round for me. Unless you are in the work environment, AC environment, this is good. Preserve it for winter. Thanks for watching. Time to move on to the third video. Take care. Bye bye.